confusing verbs, along with explanations and examples, to help clarify their usage. Hear versus listen. Hear, to perceive sound, involuntarily. Example, I can hear the birds outside. Listen, to pay attention, to sound deliberately. Example, please listen to what I'm saying. Say versus tell. Say, to express something, using words. Example, she said she was tired. Tell, to inform or instruct someone. Example, he told me a story. Bring versus take. Bring, to carry something, toward the speaker. Example, can you bring me a glass of water? Take, to carry something away from the speaker. Example, please take this letter to the post office. Lend versus borrow. Lend, to give something temporarily to someone. Example, I will lend you my pen. Borrow, to take something temporarily from someone. Example, can I borrow your book? Lie versus lay. Lie, to recline or be in a horizontal position. Example, I lie down when I'm tired. Lay, to place something somewhere. Example, lay the book on the table. Raise versus rise. Raise, to lift something, requires an object. Example, he raised his hand. Rise, to move upward, doesn't require an object. Example, the sun rises in the east. Know versus learn. Know, to be aware of something. Example, I know the answer. Learn, to acquire knowledge or skills. Example, I want to learn how to play the guitar. Look versus see. Look, to direct your eyes toward something deliberately. Example, look at the beautiful sunset. See, to perceive something with your eyes involuntarily. Example, I can see the mountains from here. Buy versus purchase. Buy, to obtain something in exchange for money, informal. Example, I want to buy a new phone. Purchase, to obtain something in exchange for money, formal. Example, we need to purchase supplies for the office. Speak versus talk. Speak, to communicate formally. Example, she speaks French fluently. Talk, to communicate informally. Example, we talked for hours last night. Throw versus toss. Throw, to send something through the air with force. Example, throw the ball to me. Toss, to throw something lightly or casually. Example, toss me the keys. Stop versus quit. Stop, to cease doing something temporarily or permanently. Example, stop talking and listen. Quit, to leave or abandon something entirely. Example, he quit his job last month. Build versus construct. Build, to make or create something, general. Example, they built a small house. Construct, to build something complex or large. Example, engineers are constructing a bridge. Break versus crack. Break, to separate something into parts. Example, don't break that vase. Crack, to create a narrow opening or line on a surface. Example, the glass cracked when it fell. Eat versus dine. Eat, to consume food, general. Example, I eat lunch at noon. Dine, to eat formally or in a special setting. Example, we dined at a fancy restaurant. Find versus search. Find, to locate something accidentally or deliberately. Example, I found my keys on the table. Search, to look for something carefully. Example, I searched the entire room for my wallet. Start versus begin. Start, to initiate something casually or practically. Example, the car won't start. Begin, to initiate something formally. Example, the ceremony began at a.m. Wash versus clean. Wash, to remove dirt using water and often soap. Example, wash your hands before eating. Clean, to remove dirt or mess, general. Example, I cleaned my room this morning. Run versus jog. Run, to move quickly on foot. Example, he runs 5 kilometers every day. Jog, to run at a slow, steady pace. Example, I jog every morning for exercise. Forget versus leave. Forget, to fail to remember. Example, I forgot my homework at home. Leave, to abandon or intentionally not take something. Example, I left my phone on the table.